Hello Pisces, my name is Tiffany from tiffanystarology and so good to be here with all of you today. Today we are going to be diving back into the Tarot Grand Lux and the Oracle of Visions. The reason why we're going to be doing that today, Pisces, is I had such a good time with these two decks yesterday. I just feel like tapping into their energy. I did try to record for you guys earlier in my day. It is now nighttime. I was going to just pick back up where that reading's kind of ended, but I was like, you know what? I think the energy has shifted. So some things are better to be left in the past, Pisces. Take that if it resonates. And let's see what Spirit has to say for you today. So Spirit guides, angels, ancestors of the highest white Christed light, I ask that you join me here with Pisces today as we tap in to know whatever it is that you would like for them to know. Let's dive in. All right. So we have card number 15 showing a lady holding a letter with some geese or some type of fowl flying behind her, and she's holding a rose. We have card number 47, which shows a woman kind of an orb of light, kind of in the fetal position with 4 hands surrounding her, seeming to give her like healing. So we have card 41, and it looks like mirrors and a mask. And I forget what those little toys are, but it's like you can fit them within each other. So it's almost like you keep trying to get to the truth of what is this toy, and it keeps on being a different toy. So there's something about like masquerading. And you have card number 6, which shows another woman in a fetal position with a rainbow, which has been pretty significant for us Pisces. And it's giving me definitely like world card vibes, even down to the color of the drape that she's wearing. But maybe some kind of ending is coming. You're letting something go. And on the bottom of the deck, it shows 2 people holding a mask that creates kind of a third face. So there could be maybe a third party. But this is card number 4. Okay. So what I did with these cards last time was I decided to kind of just tell you what I thought they meant intuitively. This time I was more describing what the cards looked like. I'm going to go ahead and read the book off camera to see what these cards are about. And we're going to dive into your reading, but I'm already feeling the energy of someone wearing a mask, some type of false identity, a secret being exposed, or something coming to the light about a third party, or someone maybe acting in a way that's not truthful or trustworthy. You may hear a message about that. And it seems like you're detaching yourself from the situation so that you can heal. So let's tap in and see what the cards actually mean. I'm going to be reading the author's book. Wow. This message is very deep, and it has an energy where I just want to give you a hug, Pisces. So we were right. That card 15 is about a woman who's received a letter, and her sad face, they say in the book, is very reminiscent of a goodbye. It says with the birds in the background that there is the potential for the person that you're saying goodbye to, or the situation in your life that you're saying goodbye to come around again. But there is a significant ending that is occurring in your life right now, Pisces, and you may have sent a letter or received a letter or had some type of communication, formal documentation, received news, maybe it was over the phone or in an email about something that's coming to an end in your life. Definitely could be that you may have lost a loved one. And for those of you that have, I'm sending you my deepest condolences. And this could be even your fur babies. A couple of you have talked to me about your fur animals. And I know one of you specifically said the Rainbow Bridge is here for your baby. So this could even be like the farewell, the goodbye, maybe bad news about health or something related to someone you know, or a fur baby. But just know that right now, Pisces, your spirit team is holding you in their arms. This is the golden light that is reminiscent of what Reiki might look like if Reiki was given. Some of you have the power of Reiki, and you maybe need to give Reiki to yourself. Others of you may go to a Reiki session. Maybe you'll be doing Reiki for somebody. But there is this need for you to be a friend and also to be friended. And if you're going through anything, just reach out to those that you know you can count on. And if you don't have anyone that you can count on, I hope that you can find some solace in this video and maybe other videos online where there are communities that are here to support you through your emotional ups and downs. I know that it's nothing like the real thing, but I hope that we can all be here for each other in the comments, you know, and maybe one day when we do have the ability to have some type of community form here. But there is this love, Pisces, that is really trying to transform this goodbye that you're going through. I feel like you're accepting that this goodbye is happening and that it's for the best, even though it is feeling quite bittersweet. Then we have card number 41, which talks about the many masks that we wear. This is the many roles that we play, the many people, you know, that we can become to live our lives. You know, maybe your mom, then your daughter, then your best friend, then your wife or husband, and then your sister or brother. And those are all different parts of who you are, employee, you know, the list goes on and on. But there is this time that I think you're coming to right now, Pisces, where you're like facing yourself in the eye. And this is a time where Pisces is really being called to be authentic. And you're trying to figure out who you really are. You're trying to come to a better sense of self. And now that Neptune has left Pisces, there could have been over the last, I believe it was in Pisces for like 12 years, a sense of lack of direction or identity, not really knowing who you are, not feeling beautiful, not feeling good in your own skin. I see that part of you healing now, Pisces, as you step into this goodbye, because you're not only saying goodbye to someone, but you're saying goodbye to someone that you once were as well through the process of letting go. And those dolls were called Russian dolls. I couldn't think of what they were. But there's also nothing wrong, Pisces, with being different versions of you. If you feel like you need to be the same person through and through, that's just not really human of you to always be the same way. So accept who you are, the many faces and masks that you may wear, because they are all versions of you, unlike this mask over here, which is more so someone masquerading as someone that they are not. And I feel like you're done being that version of someone that you don't even recognize when the lights are off. Like when you're just by yourself, Pisces, that energy is giving me that you're just tired of not being able to be you, and also being part of toxic friendships, toxic friend groups, toxic family dynamics. It's time to cut all that out. And I was right. This card, number 6, is about closing a chapter. He didn't say in the book that this was about about the world card, but it was about endings, accepting, coming to a peaceful ease about a situation that's coming to a close. And so with this, I say, Pisces, accept all of the endings that are happening in your life, the versions of you that you can no longer be, the jobs that you've had to let go, the family dynamics, the relationships, you know, the versions of you who just aren't able to be that guy or that girl anymore. You are accepting now that you are walking into a new phase, a new chapter, more self-aware, more self-integrated, unapologetically you, but also not trying to force who you are on anyone else. So overall, message is clear to me that this is a time where you're going to be receiving some type of news that's going to make you feel some type of way, Pisces, but it's all a part of your healing process of shedding this old life, these old relationships. This goodbye is the beginning of the rest of your life. So, current situation for Pisces, 2 of Cups. Who is this person, Pisces? You seem to really care for them. You seem to have really been connected to them. This relationship took you through so much. I know a lot of you have come to me for readings about divorce, property disputes, and things like that. So it's difficult. I definitely do feel some of you have had a loved one that has passed on, that has affected relationships as well, that you may have currently, if this is not exactly them. But this situation, this relationship, it really served its purpose. I want you to know that. I feel deep in my soul that this was not a relationship that ended too soon, too fast. It was a relationship that was rich. It was a relationship that had a lot of meaning to it. It was a relationship that was deep. The two of you could have been kind of very opposite. I'm seeing two different skin colors here, like very opposite ends of the spectrum as far as personalities, and the relationship that you guys had was very dynamic. But now it's time to walk away, Pisces. Some truth has been revealed about this relationship, about this situation in your life, and it is best that you go your own way. What's challenging this relationship? I'm only going to take that first card there. The Strength card. So, love. Leo, Lion, Heart. That's what we think of when we see the Strength card. This relationship is a relationship that was deeply rooted in love and appreciation, and it was difficult to walk away. With the Strength in the challenge position, it's like Strength in reverse. It was very difficult for you to detach from this person. It was very difficult for you to not show love and affection and care toward this person. You may have felt that you grew cold, but you had to, because this goodbye was going to set you up for the rest of your life, the new part of your life. And that old part of your life where you vibrated, where you resonated with this person at such a different level, it is no longer there. And this is accepting that although the two of you are parting, you will never forget the love you once shared. There could have been a legal issue that occurred between the two of you with the Justice card here. There could have been issues with balance, equality in a relationship. There could have just been things that were really out of whack. And now that you are healing from that because of a physical or a spiritual loss, Pisces, I think it's time for you to understand that the relationship did, Justice came out again, the relationship did serve its purpose. Definitely could be a family member with the Ten of Cups here, or someone that you married, someone you may have had children with, a home with, you could have had animals with. I see this cat here, could be very significant, sitting by the fireplace. Could be significant. A cabin could be significant. Strengths at this time. Oh, this is beautiful, Pisces. This is like a beautiful goodbye. The Lovers. And you see those are those birds that we saw here. So you lost somebody that you loved, Pisces. You had to say goodbye to somebody that you really deeply cared about, because this relationship had served its purpose. This relationship had taught you a deep lesson. The karmic value of it has been cleared. And now, Pisces, you have made a choice to move in your own direction. So the Strength here was your choice, because we always have to remember that the Lover's card is about choice. But it is also about love, and it is about connection. It is about conversation as well, being ruled by Gemini. You and this person have probably communicated or did, communicate when you had the chance to a lot. And those conversations, they're not going to leave you. They are going to be a part of your life forever. But you have a new lease on life, a new trajectory with the Ace of Wands to the Five of Cups. It was a difficult situation to say goodbye to, but you are moving forward, and you're moving forward by yourself. This was a time where you have reclaimed your solidarity. This is not necessarily a breakup of a couple, but this could also just be the severing of ties within a friendship or family. This could be also saying goodbye to a boss or a job or a career that you've had for a long time that you loved. A new Pisces is coming out. Area of focus. The old Pisces and the life that Pisces had can't come with you. Oh yeah, we have the Five of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Three of Wands. Your area of focus is this battle that you've been in with yourself or with someone else that's just been going around in circles. Nobody's winning. The situation isn't getting any better. There has been no time for you to really breathe or to recover from this situation. It's kind of just like, you know what? I'm tired of the cycles. I'm tired of the round and round. We just need to go our separate ways. And you are searching now, Pisces, for what fills your cup. You are maybe even not looking for love in the same way. You're looking for camaraderie, companionship, equal give and take. There's different things that you're looking for now. You're also looking for just support. This could be community. This doesn't have to be love. This could be a new type of job. This could be doing something fulfilling rather than doing something backbreaking or mind-numbing, whatever the case is for you with career. This could be you going back to school or completely pivoting your life because you've decided you do or don't want children, or who knows, there's a myriad of things that this could be. But I feel like a lot of you are at a place in your life where you're no longer at the crossroads, like that you're headed in a new direction, and your ship is coming in. This has been a long awaited journey, Pisces, but the journey to goodbye is actually the journey back to self. And you are headed in a direction where your life is going to look a lot different, where you're going to be taking your power, your voice, your gifts, your love, your workmanship to the next level, to a place where you're respected and cared for. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, you're done being in this state of lack and charity and needing more from people and situations around you. You're tired of being sick and broken down. Like, it's time to heal. It's time to move on. Near future. The Empress. You may not see it now, Pisces, but you are about to walk into a really beautiful place, because I see this goodbye being really difficult. But again, the Empress is talking about fertility, being fruitful, resting. And I see the energy here with the Empress and also card number 6, that as you walk and root yourself in the truth that this is really over, there is a peacefulness that's going to come across you, Pisces. And you're going to walk into this, you're going to walk into this part of your life where things are done and realized with more ease, without so much suffering. And yes, you may have had to cut a lot of people off, but there is this rebuilding, this abundance energy that's coming back into your life with the Empress energy here. As you heal from the hurt, as you accept that you're going to be more fruitful, fertile, happy, abundant somewhere else. Some of you are actually going to be like rebuilding or building families with somebody new. Like, again, I keep having this story come through. Nobody has confirmed it in the comments, but I keep having this story come through about somebody potentially not being able to have children, and they're like rebuilding their life or will rebuild their life with someone else, and that's where they're going to have more children because you're being blocked right now. 8 of Swords, being blocked. Recent past. 5 of Wands. A lot of fighting, a lot of quarrels, a lot of bickering. Not necessarily being in a good place. Having a lot of strife and struggle and turmoil, Pisces. The recent past in this relation, it was difficult. Like, you were grabbing onto sticks to make it work. And it was hard. An upward climb the whole way through. And somebody could have been really immature as well. Hot and cold. Sorry about that. So I was saying this person could have been a very like hot and cold type of energy, very rebellious type of energy. And it made the relationship and dealing with them very difficult, very fiery. Advice. Ace of Pentacles. There's something new that wants to come through. There's something that this relationship has evolved into or evolved from. You're receiving a gift because of this. Like, I feel like you passed the test, and now Spirit says, because you're saying goodbye, because you're walking away, there's this opportunity that can finally come in for you, Pisces. And this is going to be so different for each and every one of you, whether being in that relationship was blocking a new relationship, being at that job was blocking the career of your dreams, being in that family dynamic was keeping you small, being part of something that you're really just not connected to anymore was not allowing you to live in your full authenticity. I see you really took your power back, Pisces, with the Seven of Wands. You really cultivated an energy of someone who is remaining solid in who they are, putting down respectable boundaries, and also manipulating their life in a good way to be what they want it to be. You have started to create a new life, Pisces, one that you desire to live now. You've opened up your pathway to success. So what's the environment? A lot of lessons learned with the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is saying that you are in a place now, Pisces, where you've gone through the betrayals. You've hit the end of that mark in your life. And when we get to the 10, you have to start over. The sun rises again. It's darkest before the dawn type of energy, okay? So what I feel here for you, Pisces, is your environment is one that is at the end of a long cycle of betrayals and letdowns and disappointments. When you finally said goodbye to that relationship, when you finally said, I love you, but I love myself more. I love this, but I love my mental health more, like whatever the situation was. I can't keep taking care of you, or I know we've reached the end of the road. Like whatever your story is, put yourself where you fit. This Ten of Swords said we're at the end of a difficult cycle. We're at the end of a difficult road and have learned the lessons. You're ready to move forward. And with the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck, it's not going to be an easy pathway forward. There are going to be some, trials and tribulations that you go through, but the Six of Swords shows you going from a place of mental distortion and disruption to a place of peace in due time. It will take time. Hopes and fears. You just want to be happy. You just want to celebrate. You just want to be in a good place. You want to be successful. You want to know it's all going to work out. Spirit says if you take the leap, full card to the Four of Wands, it will work out. You are the creator of your own reality. You are the creator of this new success. Everything is up to you, Pisces. If you fear this will never happen, it's because you fear taking the chance to make it happen. You might be sitting in this energy of longing and desiring for something to come through that just hasn't come through. And Spirit says, I've been giving you the tools and showing you through your dreams and your psychic awareness and your cards and, sending you angel numbers and all these other things, letting you know that you're on the right path, that, you need to change path. But are you ready to let it go? Death card, are you ready to put an end to this part of your life? I think a lot of you have said yes, because this reading is about saying goodbye and being in peace. So in order for you to receive your dream of relationship, of happiness, of fulfillment, of engagement, of community, newness, hope being renewed, better health, there's been a need for you to let a connection go. And basically because you did, the reward comes in. The celebration will come in. Potential outcome for Pisces as they say goodbye. And of course, that Boys to Men song is coming through. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Oh, I love it. So, Two of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups to the World. This shows me that Pisces, at some point, looking from left to right, when you were in that Two of Pentacles energy, you were juggling with the idea of what you should do, of were you worth it? Was this situation worth it? Were you going to keep on being in these repetitive cycles, trying to make it work, being the fixer, being the savior, being the martyr at times, being the one who would do it all? And you were juggling so much of yourself and kind of getting yourself nowhere, right? You finally decided to choose you. Fill your cup. This is the cup of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You are putting all of the love and the reassurance of, I'm going to take care of me, into this cup. You're no longer juggling. You're no longer wondering what you're going to do, how you're going to stretch yourself thin. if this love is worth it, if this job is ever going to be what you need it to be, if this dream you have is ever going to come true with this person. You came to the conclusion that it is over. It is done. You had a difficult decision to make for so long with the Two of Swords, and it was a difficult, these are sharp swords. And it wasn't easy to stay, it wasn't easy to go. But it looks like you said to yourself, I know that I have to end this cycle. The decision, if I put it on left to right, because that's how we usually read here in the States, you decided to let go. The cycle came to a close. You chose yourself, no more juggling. Is that easy though? No. Five of Cups. There was a lot of pain. There was a lot of sorrow. There was you having to grieve the old you, and that's not easy. But one thing you did, Pisces, and I'm proud of you, is you liberated and you freed and you consoled the inner child in you that needed this for so long. So I'm wishing you well, Pisces. This was a job well done, a chapter closed in the right way, where I think you can look back on this and say, I'm so grateful, and still, have gratitude for what it taught you, the lessons that you gained, and for what it's worth, the love that was there at the time. Now you move on, you rebuild, you trek your own course, and you have a peacefulness about you because of the reward of choosing you. All right, Pisces, I love you, and I'll see you all later. Bye.